Good morning and welcome to Bay Tree Cottage. Today I'm going to show you how to make a wonderful sage pancetta and potato bread. So it's something a little bit slightly more unusual, but it's one that we do in our speciality bread workshop here at Bay Tree Cottage. So to start with, you need to take 175 grams of potatoes and boil them. I am using something slightly different today because we'd run out of normal potatoes. So what I've done is I've actually used sweet potatoes, and I've also made another one, and the one that I prepared earlier to show you in a minute has got a sweet potato and parsnip mash in. So, think about other things you can use. You don't always just have to use the plain potatoes. You can use the sweet potatoes, you can use parsnips, you could use swede, carrots, any root vegetables really. So we're starting off by measuring 350 grams of flour into our bowl. Into that we're going to add a teaspoonful of yeast. So a teaspoonful of yeast which goes in. We're going to give it a good stir of ground pepper, so there's a lovely flavour in there. Give that all a good stir up. Okay, now we're going to add our 175 grams of potato. So it's slightly unusual. This has just been mashed. Don't add any butter or anything. So we're just going to add 175 grams. That's 175 grams of mashed weight. Okay, so I did a little bit extra, just so I knew that I had plenty. Okay, so that's the potato going in. And this is when you can get your hands into the flour, and you just want to rub that through the flour like this. Really incorporate that. And because we're going to be using the sweet potato, it's got that lovely orange colour. It's really going to make this bread a lovely colour. We do some fabulous, a fabulous beetroot bread, which we stuff with cheddar cheese, which is fantastic. And that beetroot bread, as you can imagine, is a really amazing red colour. So there we go, that's nicely mixed through our flour there. And now we're going to add our water. Now in the recipe, it says 170 ml of water. Now don't be tempted just to add this all in one go, because your potatoes might have more water content than someone else's potatoes. So you want to add that gradually. It's hand hot, so not too hot. You don't want it too hot so it kills the yeast. So just when you put your hand into the jug, it feels the same temperature as your hand. So you're just going to mix that all in together to make a really, really lovely mix. Okay, so wait until all the flour is incorporated around the bowl. So this is just using a strong plain flour. You could use a wholemeal flour, or you could use a rustic mix of a blended flour. So anything you've got, okay, so it's a plain flour. So now I've got that incorporated around into the bowl. We're just going to get our hands in there to get the final mix coming all together like this. Might just need a final trickle of water in there. Okay, so once you've got all your dough coming around your bowl, this is when you can pull it out and start kneading. Can you see the fabulous orange colour of that dough? So combined with the sage and the pancetta, this is really going to be a tasty loaf of bread, ready for lunchtime. So, in fact my cameraman is quite excited about that. So, we're going to add a little bit of flour to our work surface, and then we're going to start the kneading. Okay, so kneading, you want to use your right hand to fold the dough over, and your left hand to push it away, turn it around. So the right hand folding over, you want to try and incorporate as much air into this dough as you can. This is what is going to release the gluten in the flour and get it to rise. So really work your dough hard and get that kneaded through, okay? So this is going to be kneaded for a good 5 to 10 minutes until your dough is springy and bounces back when you touch it. Okay, so I have luckily got one that I prepared earlier for you guys. So I'm going to put this in a bowl and I'm going to finish kneading it when we finish this video. Just scoop up that flour from the work surface. I'm just going to rub my hands together to get all those bits of bread off. We don't want to waste that on my hands. So just rub it all together and that should come off. Okay, so earlier this morning I made up another batch of dough. So I'm just going to put that one to one side. And here is the dough that we made earlier. Now we're going to add some pancetta and sage into this. So I'm just going to show you over here how we're going to make that up. So I've got my pancetta ready here, which I'm going to just put into a saucepan over here. Oops, that's locked, so just unlock that. Okay, I'm going to quickly rub it into my hands. So into the saucepan we're just going to put a tiny bit of olive oil, just to make sure that doesn't stick to the pan. And 105 grams of pancetta. So just a little bit of olive oil on the bottom of that pan there. And in goes our pancetta. Okay? If you can't get hold of pancetta, just get some bacon and cut it up into small pieces. Okay, so while that's cooking over here, I'm just going to turn that heat slightly up. We're going to come back here and get the sage ready. So I gave my sage plant a little bit of a haircut this morning. So this is 15 grams of sage. Now what we're going to do is just with a, let's just take that one out. Just with a knife, you're just going to cut the sage. And this is really to release all the flavours. Let's just give that a little bit of a stir over here. Sizzling away. Turn that down a little bit. Okay, back to the sage. Now, just think, you know, you could try other fillings for this bread. You could try rosemary, different herbs, other meats and things you can put in here. So, you know, just if you've got other things you'd like to try, then just, you know, experiment. Now is the time to experiment when we've got all this time to try new things. And you know, if they don't work, then don't worry. I do think this bread can make a lovely picnic. Think of a picnic for VE Day on Friday. And also on Friday we're making our white chocolate Swiss roll with summer berries. So that is going to be a fabulous tea time treat for VE Day. Now I'm just going to take this over, just give the bacon a little stir, and then we're going to add the sage into there. Okay. And that just needs a couple of minutes, just so that the sage, the flavour of the sage, is released. You don't want it to cook the sage, you just want it to release the flavour, okay? So what we're going to do now is turn that heat off and let that cool. Okay, so back to my bread over here. Now obviously we don't want to add that straight to the bread because that's quite hot and that would damage the yeast. So what we're going to do is just scoop our bread out, and I've cooked some earlier which I've allowed to cool. So good old Blue Peter fashion. I'm just going to get a little bit of flour here and sprinkle it on the work surface like this. Now we need to knead in the sage and pancetta into the bread. So just get a little bit of this. This is cooled down. Just get a little bit of the sage and pancetta and press it into the bread. And then you are pressing this in to the dough like this. So it's basically giving the dough a second knead. Now I've just sprinkled a little bit of flour on the work surface to stop it sticking. Okay, so as you're working through, obviously you want to make sure your sage and pancetta is evenly spread throughout the dough. You don't want to get a Paul Hollywood criticising you for the uneven distribution of your filling. Okay, so let's get that all in to the bread. Now this, we're going to shape this into a banneton basket, which is something a little bit different, but I wanted to show you a way of shaping your dough. So let's get that final little bit of sage and pancetta in here. And this will need to be cooked for about 25 minutes at 200 degrees, but it will need a second time to rise. So let's just get one more last bit of sage and pancetta in there. So this dough didn't have complete sweet potato in here. I did in this dough, it was a mix of sweet potato and parsnip mash. Sounds a bit weird, but I think the flavours will taste amazing. Okay, so that's all lovely and incorporated into the loaf of dough. Okay, so the dough that I made earlier I've let it rest for about an hour, so it has about an hour to rise, but you want to let it rise until it's double in size, okay? So there is my dough formed into a nice round shape. Now we have these banneton baskets. This one is sort of terracotta, and this one is bamboo. So these make the lovely shapes. So you're using this as a proving basket. So you're going to put the bread into this basket and allow it to prove in these baskets. So this one, the bamboo, you absolutely do not want to wash this, okay, because it would basically disintegrate in the washing up bowl. But what you would do is lightly flour that bowl. With this one, which is a terracotta bowl, you want to just add a little bit of oil into the pot there, and then just run that round with your fingers. Basically, you don't want your bread to stick to this. So by adding the oil, when you come to turn it out, it's not going to stick. It's going to have a lovely glaze of oil on the top of the bread. Okay. So nice coating of oil, just a sprinkling of flour over your bread like this, and I'm just going to pop that into a pot like that, and then that's going to rest until that is really doubled in size again. So here's one I just did slightly earlier. So this one has been in this basket for probably about half an hour. So you can see it's starting to rise, but I'm going to leave that probably for about another hour. It's a nice warm day today in the kitchen, so they shouldn't take too long to prove, but just let them take their time until it's nice and full and the basket is full. And then what you do is get a tray, a baking tray, make sure this is sprinkled with flour, put your baking tray over the top, and then just turn it over onto the baking tray. And then that will go in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes at 200 degrees. Okay, you can always tell when your bread is done. You turn it over and give it a good tap on the bottom, and it should sound hollow. So they are fantastic. Hopefully you can see they're easy breads to make, and absolutely gorgeous lunchtime treat. So still got time to make some today, guys, for your lunch or for your supper. They go brilliantly with soup, so please do enjoy. The recipe can be found on my Facebook page at Bay Tree Cottage, but we do also now have a YouTube channel at Bay Tree Cottage. So if you want to go and find all of our videos in one place, then it is at Bay Tree Cottage Workshops on the YouTube channel. My cameraman is trying to tell me something, but I really can't. So, and you, I don't know. So you need to subscribe. Please subscribe and like our videos. And then the more likes and subscribers we get, I am going to be the next Jake Paul and retire to a mansion in France. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your day, and join me on Friday when we'll be making a white chocolate Swiss roll. Have a great day. Bye.